Welcome back to the fashion rack. So, already loving what I see in the hair. I have no idea what it is. Looks like a toilet or a hole, but anyway, let's watch. That is the hack. My hair is already thin enough, so I guess I'll pass on this one. No, honestly guys, don't do this. You're gonna ruin your hair, ruin your sewing project, everything will be ruined.
Ruined. Ruined, dumbass. Oh, Brian, don't be cruel.
What the heck is happening? They're cutting the tooth of a comb. Looks like an old, maybe cheap comb, but anyway, quite wasteful if you just have to sew in a few pleats. Doesn't seem like something you really need to ruin a comb for.
Ruined.
Iron it quickly, the pleats in, I guess that would be easier. You can already see if it's good or not before stitching.
Wow.
Whoa, that was pretty cool, I guess. However, if you have a serger, I would see if you can just close it on the serger, because as we all know, knitwear can really unravel really quickly. So I don't think a few hand stitches will do. Or go over it a lot more with hand stitching, so that you catch all the loops. Hopefully it fits on their head, because it doesn't look like they really measured anything out. Maybe try it out before closing it, if you maybe have to make it a bit tighter or something. Putting it straight on, guys. It's cold there. That stuff called filling with hair clips. I feel like 5-minute decor is where it's at, guys. Somehow some are bullshit, but still, there's like some kind of creativity behind this, right? So the straw is to prevent that it catches into this woolly structure. It feels like it's gonna fall off any moment, but maybe it works. I guess putting tissue paper on top could also work if your machine is really catching onto it. But I guess it shouldn't. The widely used material. But it would be strange if you wouldn't be able to sew it on its own. Then you have a shitty material, especially if you have to sew a whole coat with that. I don't believe this one. I don't know. I mean, I think this is kind of universal that you do it with a little bit of spit, or let me know in the comments if you thread a needle with spit as well. Just works the best in my opinion. However, since I know that we're ingesting and breathing too much microplastics nowadays, I don't feel so comfortable anymore putting like threads in my mouth. So that looks like a fun stitch to know, like wrapping it around the thread. They always demonstrate it pretty quickly. Maybe play it in 1/10 speed and you will see what's happening. But it looks cute. Not sure if it looks better than before. The recycling content as well, because I feel like this was in the other ones. It says 5-minute crafts. We realize now. Probably it's from the same company, 5-minute decor. 10 million viewers, subscribers. Whoa. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. Maybe I'll have 10 million once a day. One day. I think they're gonna Needlefelt them together. I can envision things from the future. I just don't see many occasions where I would need to do that. Someone who really is very frugal, which is obviously good, and you want to use every last piece of rope you have. Maybe that's a good one. If you have Needlefelts, maybe don't buy them for only this purpose though. I think this is the same. Now they're starting to recycle the same hacks as in the last video. Let's skip it. Don't know why the paper was really on there. You can also just draw on the fabric. If you have ever sewn a buttonhole, I was scared of this for a while. I thought it was something really difficult, but it's actually not. Every sewing machine has a buttonhole function, I feel like. A special attachment. Let me know if your machine doesn't have one, because I would be surprised. Why is it always the same? Why is it always with a zigzag stitch? Because a button has to open and close, 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 open and close.
3 days later.
So many times. Probably one stitch will break at some point.
What, ruin?
A buttonhole has to be strong, okay? That looks like a pretty easy smock. I have smocked on my channel. This is very kind of classic traditional smock. I think the whole technique is quite traditional, obviously, but the bag that I did, I thought the fun thing was that it didn't look that traditional in my opinion, because it had this kind of wave. Anyway, this looks very intricate, but actually it was surprisingly doable when I was trying it out. I would say if you've never tried it, do it. It's quite fun. I just love the models of these videos. They're casually panning the pillow.
Like very casually before starting to read their book very casually.
That's my last name, I realized now. Just the detail. Skinny jeans. I bet they're gonna make them even skinnier. I know this is satisfying to watch, but I always wonder when you sew that whole piece, is it not going to be really annoying to have to then afterwards dry it? Do you ever sew it down like that? I thought this was just a kind of for the video kind of technique, that you keep it all open and then tighten it. Just not the most practical way, because then you have to pull hard to tighten it all, and you have to do the work anyway, and you have to risk that your thread is going to break, I guess. A little bit of a pleat on top. Try to start a little bit smaller on top, so that you don't have like a big pleat on your collar, basically. And make sure it's a stretch jeans, that is, if you ever still want to take it off. Day and age, I think most people want to widen their jeans, but could be me. Let me know, team skinny jeans or team wide jeans. And as with most things in life nowadays, who has a tutorial on that? Who? Your answer wasn't me. You can't sit with me anymore. So I think if you have a jeans with like polyester, which is not that common, but sometimes nowadays they have quite a lot of polyester, or if you have like some kind of polyester fabric, maybe this tip to make holes is actually quite cool, because it will melt the edges a little bit. So eyelets, if you have ever done them, comes quite close. The hole has to be really the correct size, and then sometimes if the fabric is too weak around the edges, they can fall out if the hole is just a little too big or the fabric is fraying. So if it's melted around the edges, it would actually probably hold the eyelet in there better. Like I said, the size is really important. Have the exact right eyelet if you're gonna make this hole with the burn thing, to have it match up. If you make the hole too small, you have to cut around it anyway. I want to reinforce the fabric with some iron-on interfacing, or just to have a little bit of extra support for the eyelet. Ooh, they went all the way to the top. That's edgy 5-minute crafts. Old is it? 5 months ago. I think these might be really old videos, because the style is just a little outdated, but they keep recycling. I would do the knot in the bottom. I think that's cuter. That's me. Just a fashion opinion. You're allowed to think differently, but not on my channel. Go away. Are they gonna smock? Smock? Is this smock? Are they gonna smock? I wanna know. What is this? Oh shit, now I click it away again. What is this fringe though? No, I saw it already, but you're not. Okay. I don't know about this one. Quite funny. I don't know if it's pretty. Not a hand embroidery expert, let me know if you are. And if you embroider like this, it doesn't seem like it's gonna stand the test of time at all. They didn't fixate the threads well. They just did one huge stitch, so every time you bump into it, a few of the threads will fall down probably. Blob of cotton or what else they put in. Probably gonna show very quickly. I don't think this is an embroidery you should do on clothing. Also, they miraculously always have the stains in very nice places. Because this looks obviously better than it would be on your belly button or something. Someone on Instagram doing this. Maybe they watched 5-minute crafts and thought like, oh, I'm gonna make my own content. Everyone copies everyone. If you are a sucker for symmetry, they're doing it a little quickly. It looks like it could be a little off. So drawing a half pattern usually, and then copy it onto paper and copy that half to the other side. You will probably have a more exact way of a pattern than this flimsy plastic. That looked like it saved a lot of time to create a grid on the fabric by just using that tray. Oh, it's a pillow. Oh, this is what I love. They go from one hack. Oh no, they don't go from one hack to another. I all the time think when they put the model into place and then they will move on to the next hack, which would be kind of fun, that it blends all over. But apparently this studio does not think of that. They can't mix and match and recycle their content all the time that way. They're upgrading to couches now. Oh, now I get it. Yeah, they push the fabric down so that you can get your needle out on the other side. Yeah, it's gonna be probably pretty hard to otherwise sew through your own couch. Let's see for what reason they would ever want to do this. I really have no clue. Oh, that was the reason. I love how I always think they have some ingenious reason for it, or at least some reason, but sometimes there's just no reason. Sometimes you just want to sew through your couch. Micro Chesterfield effect, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. I don't judge. Well, actually...
No comments.
Like upcycling again. Okay, guess now in the comments if what is it? I just saw some straight seams. It's gonna be square. Pink cushion. Guess what it is. A little bit out of shape. With a few more steps you could actually make it a little more fitting around the wrist. Let me know what I should react to next. The craziest stuff is on TikTok nowadays. I feel like that might be a good place to hang around. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, support the channel by leaving a comment, liking for the algorithms, share it with your sewing friends, and thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!